the Premier League might want to start preparing for what's coming. Because when Cole Palmer and Estevao Willian fully click into gear at Chelsea, defences across England are about to have nightmares every single weekend. This isn't hype, this isn't exaggeration. This is what happens when you combine one of the world's best attacking midfielders with arguably the most exciting teenage talent on the planet. What's up, Chelsea fans? Welcome back to another video. Before we dive into why this partnership is going to tear up the Premier League, let me know where you're watching from in the comments. And if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. Trust me, you'll want to follow this story all season long. Right, let's get into it. Cole Palmer needs no introduction to Chelsea fans at this point. The 23-year-old attacking midfielder joined Chelsea from Manchester City in September 2023 for an initial £40 million, and what followed was nothing short of sensational. In his debut season, Palmer didn't just settle in, he absolutely exploded onto the scene, becoming the heartbeat of everything Chelsea did going forward. The stats don't lie, folks. Palmer was named man of the match after providing 2 assists in the 2025 UEFA Conference League final against Real Betis, helping Chelsea win the competition. He's broken records, left, right and centre. He became the first Chelsea player, aged 21 or under, to score 10 Premier League goals in a season, scored 2 Premier League hat-tricks, and even became the 31st Premier League player to score 4 or more goals in a single league game. But here's what makes Palmer truly special: his ability to do the extraordinary when it matters most. With 12 penalties scored out of 12 penalties taken, Palmer holds the outright Premier League record for the most penalties scored without a single miss, surpassing Yaya Touré's previous record of 11. That's ice in the veins, that's world-class composure. Now, enter Estevao Willian. If you thought Palmer was exciting, wait till you see what this Brazilian wonder kid brings to the table. Chelsea signed the 18-year-old from Palmeiras for €34 million plus €23 million in performance-based incentives. That's a massive investment, but when you see him play, you understand why Chelsea were willing to pay it. Here's a question for you. Do you think Estevao will become a bigger star than Neymar? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Estevao isn't just any teenager. This kid is regarded as one of the best young players in the entire world. He made his debut for Chelsea on August 17th, 2025 in a goalless draw against Crystal Palace, coming on as a substitute for Jamie Gittens. And when he got his first start, he made his first start for Chelsea in a 5-1 win against West Ham United on August 22nd, providing an assist for Enzo Fernandez. But what really showed the world what Estevao is made of was his Champions League debut. On October 22nd, he scored his first UEFA Champions League goal from a penalty in a 5-1 victory over Ajax, becoming the youngest Chelsea player to score in the competition at 18 years and 181 days old. That's not just talent, that's history-making stuff. The really mind-blowing part? In that Ajax game, he recorded 63 touches in the final third, which is the record in the Champions League this season. An 18-year-old setting Champions League records in his first few months at a new club. Absolutely mental. Now here's where things get really exciting. The chemistry between Palmer and Estevao isn't just theoretical. We've already seen glimpses of it, and it's absolutely electric. From minute 1 of Estevao's debut against Bayer Leverkusen, he dazzled with his ability on the ball and confidence when driving at defenders, and a natural chemistry with starman Cole Palmer was clear to see from kickoff. Think about that for a second. Natural chemistry from kickoff. These two barely knew each other, and they were already linking up like they'd been playing together for years. It eventually paid dividends when the Brazil international swept home the opener after Palmer's shot bounced back into the penalty area off the bar. So, what's your prediction? How many combined goals and assists will Palmer and Estevao get this season? Let me know in the comments. But the connection between these two goes even deeper than what happens on the pitch. Estevao revealed that Cole Palmer is someone who's helping him settle in at Chelsea, saying they're speaking little by little, with Palmer passing him all that information to help him settle in. That's leadership from Palmer, taking the young Brazilian under his wing and making sure he feels at home. And get this, the respect is mutual. When Palmer was named to the FIFPro Men's World 11 and was asked what new face he expects to see in the team in future seasons, his answer was Estevao. That's one world-class player recognising another future world-class player. Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's manager, understands exactly what he has on his hands. He explained that his philosophy is to build a really strong defensive team and then have a couple of artists in the side with more license to take risks and create, saying inside the orchestra you need one or two artists. They make the music better with the small details. And who are those artists? You guessed it, Cole Palmer and Estevao Willian. Here's what makes this partnership so terrifying for Premier League defenders. They're completely different players who complement each other perfectly. Palmer is the ice-cold finisher, the penalty king, the player who can unlock any defence with a moment of pure quality. He's got the Premier League experience, the big game mentality, and the ability to carry a team on his shoulders. Estevao, on the other hand, is raw electricity. He's got that Brazilian flair, the close control, the ability to go past defenders like they're not even there. He's currently Chelsea's most effective winger with 0.86 goal contributions per 90 minutes. For an 18-year-old who's still settling into English football, that's absolutely phenomenal. But here's the kicker. We haven't even seen the best of this partnership yet. Estevao has made 13 appearances in all competitions this season, but has only started once with Palmer, and that lasted 5 minutes due to Robert Sanchez being sent off against Manchester United. Let that sink in. They've barely played together, and they're already causing chaos. Imagine what happens when they've had a full season together, when they've built up that understanding, that telepathy that the great partnerships have, when Estevao knows exactly where Palmer's going to be, and Palmer knows exactly when to slip that killer ball through to the Brazilian. When they've worked on their combinations in training day after day, week after week, the Premier League won't know what hit it. Think about the defenders who are going to have to face this duo. You're up against Palmer, one of the most clinical finishers in the league, who can score from anywhere, who never misses a penalty, who can create something out of nothing. You commit to stopping him, and suddenly Estevao's flying past you down the wing with that Brazilian magic. You try to contain Estevao, and Palmer's found space in the pocket to receive the ball and work his magic. It's a no-win situation. That's what makes this partnership so special, so dangerous, so absolutely devastating for opposition teams. And let's talk about their mentalities for a second. Palmer's already proven he's got ice in his veins. The penalties, the big goals in big games, the consistency, he's shown he can handle the pressure of being Chelsea's main man. But Estevao, this kid's got that same fearless mentality. He scored against Chelsea in his last game for Palmeiras in the Club World Cup quarter-finals, against his future team, on one of the biggest stages in world football, and he absolutely loved it. That's the kind of confidence, the kind of belief in your own ability that you simply cannot teach. Either you have it or you don't, and both Palmer and Estevao have it in abundance. The scary thing for the rest of the Premier League is that both of these players are still improving. Palmer's 23 years old, he's entering his prime years, he's got potentially a decade at the top level ahead of him, and Estevao, he's 18. He's got his entire career ahead of him. The ceiling for this kid is absolutely limitless. Chelsea's recruitment team deserves massive credit here. They identified Palmer when most people thought he was just a Manchester City squad player. They saw something special, took the gamble, and it paid off spectacularly. And with Estevao, they beat some of the biggest clubs in Europe to his signature. That's smart business, that's good scouting, that's building for both the present and the future. But here's what really excites me about this partnership. It's not just about individual brilliance. Yes, both players can win games on their own, but together they make each other better. Palmer's movement creates space for Estevao to exploit. Estevao's pace and dribbling ability draws defenders away from Palmer. They're a perfect tactical fit for each other, and when you add in the other attacking talents Chelsea have, Joao Pedro, Liam Delap, Jamie Gittins, Alejandro Garnacho, this attack becomes absolutely frightening. But Palmer and Estevao are the jewels in the crown, the players who will take Chelsea from being a good team to being a great team. The title race this season is wide open. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, they're all in the mix. But if Palmer and Estevao can stay fit, if they can build that chemistry we've seen glimpses of, if they can produce the kind of magic they're both capable of on a consistent basis, Chelsea will be right there challenging for that Premier League trophy. And it won't just be this season. This partnership could define the next 5, maybe even 10 years of Premier League football. We could be watching the beginning of something truly special here. The kind of partnership that people will look back on in years to come and say, remember when Palmer and Estevao used to terrorise Premier League defences every week? So to all the Chelsea fans watching, enjoy this, savour it, because you've got 2 genuine superstars in your team and they're only going to get better. To the fans of other Premier League teams, you might want to start worrying, because when these two are fully firing on all cylinders, your defence is in serious trouble. The Cole Palmer and Estevao Willian partnership isn't just going to be good, it's going to shut down the Premier League, mark my words. What do you think, Chelsea faithful? Are you as excited about this partnership as I am? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember to like this video and subscribe for more Chelsea content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Up the Chels.